mic on?
Check. Testing 1 2 3. Can you hear yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited about this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Welcome back Behind the Glass. All that extra crap. God, I think I screwed up the camera angle, but whatever. Did you watch my coffee talk video?
Not yet, no. Hey, I'm being honest.
Man,
yeah, man, it was great.
Why don't you check out my show from time to time? Yeah. Can I get some support?
Man,
Nah, man.
I think I'm the #1 supporter.
That's true. I didn't fix my hair for this show, so
I'm a groupie of my own show.
Yeah, we're the only groupies of this show. You guys saw the shirt. I want to put this in the video before we start anything. This video, first of all, this video is going to be kind of the fourth kind. Did anybody see the movie?
Did you watch it?
Yeah, last night we watched it.
What'd you think?
I was terrified. So here's my issue. We're going to get to this in a second. Here's my issue with that movie. I thought, okay, the movie we're talking about right now is, what is it called?
The Fourth Kind.
That's it? Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah.
Has like Mila Jovovich, I think, is like the main actress in it. She plays like the psychiatrist, right?
Yeah. Okay, so what I thought at the beginning of that movie was that I thought the film, the little snippets that they put in the snippets, like, and it looks like it's real footage. So what is that movie about anyway? For you guys watching, that movie was about this woman in Alaska who lost her husband, and she was a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I don't know the difference between those two. God, I'm loud in this mic. She was a psychologist or a psychiatrist, one of the two. She sits there, but she would hypnotize people. And when she would hypnotize these people, it would make them remember. I think the biggest in that movie, her biggest clients, they would all remember, first of all, they would see this owl. And then they would have these just terrors about these creatures coming to get them, basically. And it was just compelling. It was, if you were a UFO person, which, I mean, it's no secret. I don't know. Maybe it's a secret to you guys, but let me clear everything up, okay? Because I love aliens. I'm all about it. I want aliens to be real. I don't necessarily want to be
like aliens
abducted.
Like the movie.
Well, no, not those kind of aliens.
Acid coming out.
No, I don't want. Yeah, let the record show. I don't want those kind of aliens. I want, like, the ones with the big eyes and just aliens. You guys know what I'm talking about. I want the UFOs to be real.
Yeah, space is awesome.
But we're going to talk anyway. That movie, The Fourth Kind, I just watched it. You should go watch it. But my point was, what I was talking about. See, I watched it, and during that film, there's a lot of footage in there that looks like it's the original. Like they set it up to make it look like it was like a documentary, basically. And then they put in footage in there that was like supposedly from the original, like
psychiatrist lady.
Yeah, this is what really happened. But I dug into it a little deeper. So disclaimer, okay?
It's not.
I don't know. I really don't know, but I don't think that it is.
But they wanted to make it look. But the stories are like they come based off actual stuff that people have said.
Kind of. Yeah. It's kind of a true story, but obviously Hollywood put their twist on it, and
making it look like real footage makes it more terrifying, right? Than making it the movie version.
Yeah. Pretty much. And either way, it ended up being a phenomenal movie. He sent it to me. We watched it. I watched it last night. It's a very good movie. It'll make your freaking blood chill, like watching it. Blood chill? Freeze? Anyway, you have a story about a dream. I wanted to tell that dream that you had. Do you remember it? Not yet, because we need to plug these shirts. Let's take a commercial break. So we're still doing this giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. Check out this shirt. Check out Behind the Glass. We're giving away these shirts. Whoever sends us the first good email about a topic you want us to discuss, something scary you want, like I'm into stuff like that. So anything.
What's the email again?
The email is theglass128@hotmail.com. Theglass128@hotmail.com. Just email us. We haven't gotten a good question, like something from a subscriber emailing us. Whoever does that first, we're going to send you a free shirt. We've got t-shirts too. Just keep that in mind.
If you don't remember the email either, I made a Facebook page, and at the top of the Facebook page, if you go on there, it has both our emails on there. Yeah. Also, so if you need to look it up, it's on our Facebook page. You just go behind the glass and you should be able to find it through Facebook.
Yes, and the person who created the design for us, our logo design person, her name is Leah Peterson, and her Instagram is @_graphics by Leah. And I'll put that in the description box. Just look that up. But anyway, back to this dream. So I did a Coffee Talks video a few videos back. You can go back and find it. And I did a Coffee Talks video about me. I used to have sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
Growing up. I used to have those episodes quite a bit. I had one of them that stood out to me in a major way. And it was this dream I had where I fell asleep on my couch here at my house. I fell asleep facing the back of the couch. Okay. I woke up. I was frozen. If anybody knows what sleep paralysis is, it's a scary thing to go through. Whenever I wake up, I feel like I can't breathe. Okay. I woke up. I was frozen. Felt like I couldn't breathe. I'm facing the back of the sofa. I didn't have any covers on me. I heard something moving behind me, and I could physically feel. You know how you're sitting in your bed and you feel like the weight of the floor? Like I was on the sofa. I felt the weight of the floor like moving behind me. Okay. Call me crazy. Call me whatever you want to care. I don't care. Don't give a damn. Okay. But so I'm dealing with this. I finally broke myself out of this sleep paralysis episode. And I spun around in my bed because I was panicking so badly. I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was about to die. And I was hearing this noise of this creature or something behind me, right? So I spun around in my bed. I finally broke out. I was able to breathe, and I spun around. And I watched, okay? My table from where my sofa is probably a good, 10 feet away from my bed, maybe more. That table, when I spun around, I saw on that table, I have magazines on that table, and I watched them go, they fluttered. There were no windows open in my house that night, okay? I didn't spin around and whip my blankets at the table because I didn't have any covers on me, and I've tried to recreate it. I can't get the magazines on my table to move. So when I turned around, all I did was just turn around really quickly, okay? I didn't generate any force to move those papers. I physically watched them go, okay? No windows open in my house, no fan on, nothing. I watched the papers move. Call me whatever you want to call me, but come say it to my face. Okay? So, I don't know. Back then, I didn't think anything extraterrestrial. That wasn't even on my brain. I just thought that was very scary and freaky.
Yeah, for sure.
I went to bed, facing the other way this time. I was facing the back of my bed because I was scared now. Haven't had any. Usually when I have sleep paralysis episodes, I'll wake up, and I'll be like laying on my back or something, and I'll be frozen. The room will be dark. Or even face down. I'll wake up face down in the pillow. Like that's the worst. You can die like that. And I've
never laid face down when I'm sleeping.
No, but I'll go to bed like this, laying on my arms or something, and I'll wake up kind of face down in my pillows. And if you wake up and you're having a sleep paralysis episode like that, and you can't, because the majority, that's what it's in the title, sleep paralysis. Your body is paralyzed. So when I wake up and I'm face down in my pillow like that, my body's paralyzed. I can't move. And then you're breathing into your pillow. Just imagine the kind of panic that you would deal with. And I've had that happen to me on several occasions growing up, and even in my adult years, where I'm face down on my pillow. I can't move. I'm frozen. My body. Well, how does that go? Your mind is awake, but your body is not. So it takes you have to focus and try to move one of your limbs, like a finger or a foot or something, and you have to slow your breathing down and then try to like break yourself. I don't know. It's weird.
10 seconds feels like 10 minutes.
Exactly. And you feel like you're about to die. But that was my sleep paralysis story. You just recently had one. Do you remember kind of the way the dream went? It wasn't exactly like mine.
Mine seems more like dreamish, but at the same time, not to me, I guess. But I was at home and I was sleeping. I was in my bed, but like how it started was you just start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But like in my head or whatever was happening, I could see myself, but like I was like above my body. Like my physical form was like in the bed, and like my mental me was like out of my body, like experience.
Right.
But like in this dream, whatever you want to call it, whatever it was like there's these like figures like standing over me, but I couldn't see them. I could see like the back of them, but I knew it was my room. I knew it was me because I could see like where my picture, like the angle I was in my room would be like the angle if I was standing there.
Yeah.
But like up above me. But the things were like looking down over me, and I couldn't see them. I couldn't see their faces. And like in my dream, whatever it was, it seemed like a dream at the time. I'm like, in my dream, I say to myself, I don't know if I say it to myself or somebody says it to me, but I say like a sentence comes out, like, how are we going to prove they are real? Like, it's super weird. And right when I said that, or whoever, or if somebody was next to me, I didn't look around. I was looking down. That's all I could see. They like turned around and like looked up at me when that sentence was said. And as soon as that happened, I woke up, but I couldn't move. I was in my room and I was like in a sleep paralysis mode, and I could like open my eyes. I could see my bedroom and I was awake. But that one I was so freakishly like freaked out. I like shook myself out of it because I had to like get up and see, what was going on in the bedroom.
Oh my!
I'm getting too far away from the mic. I just noticed.
No, they'll still hear all that.
But the other thing is, I've had one. The one I've had before that, I was laying on a couch. Now it's like almost like your situation, where I had a home. I lived out of town. I was living in the country, and I mean it's quiet out there, and it's like 2, and it's always like the timing's always weird too. It's always like 2, 3, like 3 in the morning for me.
That's crazy that you would say that, but keep going. Yeah.
But 3, it's always around 3:30, something like that. It's close to 3 a.m. And when it happens, but that one I was laying on the couch, I'd come home. I don't know. I don't remember when I stayed asleep on my couch. I left the TV on. I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I couldn't move, but I could see. I could see my TV was on. I know I was awake, but I couldn't breathe. But the back of the couch was still to my back, but it felt like someone was behind me and like holding me down, and like I couldn't breathe. And that one took it seemed like 5 minutes or whatever to get out. That one I felt like I was going to like not be able to breathe.
Jesus Christ.
But somehow I did. But yeah, I definitely sensed like something behind me. Like it felt like something else was there. It wasn't just me.
Yeah.
But by the time you can move, like you said, you turn around, there's nothing there.
No.
So
except I saw the papers move. I know I saw them move. I wasn't dreaming. I was awake.
But my other one is the thing, like I said, I've seen things, but was I asleep? Wasn't I? I don't know. It's calling me crazy, like you said, but maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But I'm not the only one, I'm sure, that's had these things happen. So when you have multiple people doing these things, no matter how I explain it to you, doesn't mean I'm, I guess, crazy.
No, because people all over the world have the same kind of experiences.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So to anyone out there who thinks we sound crazy, though, just relax, okay? Because we're not. I'm way more sane than you are. I guarantee you that. Okay. I'm a human being. I
like crazy things.
I love crazy things. But when we say that we like the UFO stuff and we're into UFOs, we're not. I don't have any UFO paintings in my house. I don't randomly look up UFO stuff necessarily. Like, I'm not obsessed. I like the idea, but I've also had some really weird and unexplained instances happen to me. you know, especially through my sleep paralysis stuff, and him too, apparently.
And I can't say that it's necessarily alien. I mean, you can't necessarily go to aliens either. It could be like more, you can go paranormal too, right?
Right.
You know, because I read a thing too where it says scientists say when you see faces in your dreams that you don't know who they are, they say your brain can't fathom when you're sleeping to make faces. So it said something about it's the dead people that are around you when you are sleeping. I read something like that. That's fucking creepy.
But you said these were short creatures.
That one, yeah, that was different. That was a different situation. It wasn't people. Yeah,
they were like,
it definitely was not like a person.
Because that's the classic. Yeah, that's the classic alien thing. But they're little.
Is it a dream? Wasn't it? I don't know. It just seems really odd. And then the fact that you can't move when you wake up, it just. And for them to like look at me when I say it, I mean, it just, and I wasn't watching anything like that before I went to bed. Like, it was like so far fetched from anything that I've even been around lately. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah. And then you said one other thing. You said usually it happens around like 3:30 in the morning or something like that.
Which they say is the devil's hour, right?
Dude, I was looking up this movie, The Fourth Kind, and one of the things that they said when they were actually digging into facts about stuff, they said the majority of the time when anything like UFO related or like sightings or whatever, like the majority of that stuff that's happened crazy to people like that happens at like 3:30 or 3:33 or 3 something in the morning. Yeah. Those are like the most like, that's when the majority of stuff like that happens to people, which is mind-blowing. I don't know. You said it's the devil's hour?
I've heard it called, they call it like the devil's hour. That's when like, they say people that are into like spiritual stuff, when like demons and stuff are out doing their things too.
Jesus, why wouldn't it be 6? I thought 6 was his number. Why wouldn't it be like 660? No, 6 couldn't be 660 anything, 630 or what. I don't know. That's freaky. I don't know. You know?
I just know that's what if you look up like the devil's hour, I think that's what comes up is around that time.
Should we Google it real quick just for these people?
I'm just curious. Yeah. I've never actually looked it up. I've heard people tell me that actually. And
we're just going to look it up real quick before we get out of here. 3 a.m. This says 10 interesting facts about the devil's hour. This is on a site called Listverse. Urban legends and sinister tales of the devil's hour can be found in Anglo-American, American, Native American, and Hispanic culture. But what is about? There are many sides to the devil's hour. Oof, God, that's creepy. The devil's hour being 3 a.m. is considered significant as it's the opposite hour to the death of Christ. The Bible reads that Jesus Christ was placed on the cross at 9 a.m. and darkness covered the land from noon until Jesus' death at 3 p.m. So therefore, 3 a.m. is a significant sign of the devil and dark entities because the time is flipped to mock Jesus. Oh, much like when a cross is turned upside down, right? Which, have you ever seen in Monster energy drinks? There's a symbol in the Monster energy drink.
Yeah, I've seen stuff.
Cross turned upside down.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know if there's any legitimacy to like anything demonic there or not. I don't know. That's freaking crazy. So if you do find, this article says, so if you do find yourself wide awake with a jolt at 3 a.m., then it's widely believed that the devil just paid you a direct visit. I don't.
Messing with it, yeah.
I don't know the amount of times that I'm awake at 3 a.m. That's one of the things that I wish I would pay more attention to. These episodes that I would have, I never paid attention necessarily to the times that they were happening. That's something, if it ever happens to me again, I'll have to watch for now.
I guess I just do because I'm someone that always like looks to see what time it is, I guess. So I'm always like, when I wake up, I always look at the clock because I'm like, whoa. What time is it? Do I got to be to work? Am I supposed to be awake? Yeah. I have to question if I'm supposed to be awake or if I can go back to sleep.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
So I always look at the clock. But
God, man. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I believe in aliens. I also believe
the universe is so vast that something else has to exist.
It's so huge, man. Yeah. Like, have you ever walked outside at night and looked up at the sky? The other thing that blows my mind is when they go to space. Now here, before when they go to space, right? Okay, you think Why can't we see the stars from any of their photos when they're in space? Everybody, that was something. You know the answer?
No, I don't, but I was going to tell you a show I've been watching, and they have an episode, and there's a season. It's called Conspiracies. It's on Netflix. There's one season, and they start with...
Let me write this down.
It's just called Conspiracies. It's one season. And they get actually... It's a good show because they get in depth, and they talk, but they'll even like show you other people's that disprove it, or they're not just showing one side.
Right.
So that's why I like it. They're getting in depth, and they're showing you why they think these things are conspiracies and why they're not, I guess.
Right. Yeah. So, and yeah, I don't want to say that I think it's a conspiracy that we've been to space or stuff. There's some weird stuff about it, but
in there they do have one on going to the moon and stuff. And there was actually a crew of guys that died before Neil Armstrong. He wasn't supposed to be the first man on the moon, which I didn't even know until yesterday.
What do you mean?
There's a whole nother crew training to go to the moon before the crew that went there.
What happened to them?
They died in a simulation of one of the capsules they got into to practice before they went up. And the guy was, they say the guy's name, the guy that was the leader. He's very arrogant. He's very outspoken. And he would say if things were wrong. He even hung a lemon on a hanger on one of the ships in a picture before they show it. And they're saying that's like a symbol to prove that it was a lemon, like it's a piece of crap.
Oh, Jesus.
And he was very outspoken and saying like he thought some stuff was going to fail. And him and his whole crew, they were in a capsule on the ground, so they're doing a training mission, or before the launch or something like that, but something with the oxygen. And, it's such a high oxygen-enriched environment because they pump all, air in there.
Yeah.
It started at like an oxygen fire, and the whole crew burned up in the capsule.
God.
Yeah.
Why does no one know about that?
Because you only hear about the people that went there, not the stuff that happened before, right? Because we weren't around either when like all this stuff happened.
Yeah.
So
the people who quote unquote went there.
Yeah. Well, then that's when Neil Armstrong and his crew came in as after this crew. But watch it, and they got an episode. I think it's like I don't know. They do an alien one too.
I got it. Well, now I have to watch it, obviously.
But the show is more based. It's not an American-made show. It's definitely like a British show.
Oh, really?
But it's good.
Either way, yeah, I'll watch it.
It's good. You need to watch it.
The interesting thing about that whole star thing, I had some guy try to explain it to me.
Well, yeah, it's on Netflix too. But
yeah, he explained the conspiracy video.
Yeah.
So if you have Netflix, it's free. Well, not free. They
If you
just
have Netflix
just up their monthly. I'm not going to dive into that, but they have one more chance. If I see one more up on Netflix, I'm already up to damn near $20. If it goes up again, I'll cancel. But the star thing, the guy said the one guy tried to explain it. He said the reason we can't see stars is because your cameras, even the cameras that go up there with the space shuttle, are designed to be. It's a certain kind of setting that they have where the shutter speed or whatever lets in a certain amount of light that's able to capture, what's out there in the darkness from Earth. But when you're out in space, apparently, the light from the sun is apparently it's not in that controlled atmosphere of Earth, so the camera shutter speed doesn't allow enough light, or it allows too much light or something where it doesn't actually show the stars. You'd have to go find that video and watch it, but that's kind of how he explained it to us. It's basically our cameras are set to take images from Earth, not from space, kind of a thing is what it sounded like, but yeah, come on, you're taking videos.
So what about like the satellites and stuff that take images in space?
See, there's videos. Yeah, they have time-lapse videos.
Are they not made to take pictures in space?
Exactly. Which that's another conspiracy theory thing you can get into, because the satellites, they actually do show the stars. In those satellite time-lapse videos, they show the satellite like going around the Earth, and you can see all the stars. Like, it's such a weird, I don't know. I need to go for myself.
Yeah, it's the only way to prove or disprove it, I guess, is to be there yourself and see it with your own eyes. Really.
I need Elon Musk to create a ship that'll take me up there, and then I'll be able to figure out what I want to do from there. If I want to believe that crap or not. I
need like a commercial airline that takes you into space.
Yeah, which we should have already been there by now. I mean,
and why haven't we gone back to the moon?
That's such a good question. You know why?
People say, well, why would you? I get that, but why not? It's just weird that like we never go back.
Yeah, we're focusing on Mars. However many light years away it is, or years, or months, or whatever. We're focused on Mars. Why can't you just get some commercial flights to the moon? That seems like a pretty simple thing to do in today's, in this day and age. Why aren't there planes going back and forth to the moon? You know how much money you can make? We'd all be on those planes. But it seems so simple. The moon is the closest thing to us, right? Why? Why?
Then you could build a base or something out there, you think, and you could wouldn't it make more sense to take off from the moon to go to another planet since you're closer?
Yeah, why the hell would you not start there? Like, go up, that'll be our stopping point, and we keep going from there. Like, you would think they'd want to experiment on the moon. Like, okay, whatever we want to try on Mars, let's try to set this little greenhouse thing up on the moon, right? Like, come on.
The atmosphere is not the same, obviously, but they could at least do training and stuff.
Exactly.
Have a base, and then eventually you build something. I get the money. Money is a factor. I get it. The spending, the expenditures. But if you want to go, it's got to be costing just as much to go up, try to make it from here to Mars. The only thing I know one thing we do, why we use Earth, because you use it as like or is that the sun we use? I forget how, but you use almost like as a slingshot to like sling it around and like.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't understand all that. But
I guess I'm not a scientist either, but I guess like it seems like it would make sense.
Yeah, go to the moon.
Yeah.
Like, that's in space, right? From what they were showing, I saw those sweet little pictures of the Earth from the moon.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get us up there. Like, that you're fueling people's conspiracy theories by not having something like that in place. You're fueling it. All we really do we have space stations that float around up there. And that,
in the atmosphere.
Yeah, you're not quite in space, are you? You're still kind of in the atmosphere. I mean, you're in space, but you're not.
The Earth's gravitational pull is keeping you.
Yeah, you just get up to a certain point, but you're not. Nobody's going any higher than those first initial like moonwalk videos and stuff, where there's so many videos out there like showing you weird shadows that shouldn't be there, or like, oh, this was CGI'd, and this. You can dig into so many things, but my point is, why don't you have any commercial flights to the moon and back? It seems like a fairly simple thing with everything that they're trying to do. Why not just get that done? And you'd probably get so much more funding from people probably to get you other places. It's just sketchy. Well, we're about out of time. Keep going.
Well, the thing I read too was I kind of watched something about it and read it. I'm not saying it's real or not real. I'm just telling you what I've heard. But the people that did try to disprove that we've been to the moon also say there is like a radiation belt between Earth and the moon that we cannot get through.
Jacob's belt.
Because it like the radiation is so high and stuff that it like fries the instrumentations inside the spaceship.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that's real or not. We're going to dig more into this. We got to cut this video short. I
just try to take in what I can.
Yeah. We're going to keep talking about it and we won't quit.
Yeah. It's interesting to me, I guess.
It is. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Behind the Glass Alien Space Moon Talk. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Dogecoin
to the moon, baby.
Peace.
Peace.